Right, let's take a look at questions 3 through 5. Just more talking about the next little piece. In question 3, we're going to take off the directrix. So let's see what happens on that particular question. So now remember, in a parabola, this is an x squared parabola, so it opens up or down. But since there's negative, it's going to be down. The directrix, remember, is some little value that backstops, and it's exactly p units behind. So it has to be y equals something, horizontal line. So again, like before, we're going to go to our vertex, -2 comma -7/4. And I need to figure out what p is. Now, if 4p is -3, then that makes p -3/4. So I need to go above this. I need to move up 3/4, because -3/4 would actually tell me where my focus is down here, 3/4 of a unit below. So if I go up 3/4, I'd get to -4/4, or my directrix is at -4/4 or -1. So that is my directrix on problem 3. Now moving on to number 4, finding the asymptotes. Now remember, the center of this thing happened at -2, 7. But the cool thing is the graph always, of the asymptotes, always goes through the center. So if we go y -7 and x + 2, I'm using the point slope formula, which remember is y minus y1, m times x minus x1. They both go through this, but again, we talked about this. Y -7 lines up, x + 2 lines up, and then all I need to do is figure out my rise over run. But the cool thing is that's also listed here because my rise on the graph is 9. My run on the graph is 6, or in other words, 3/2, but one asymptote is going to go up and the other asymptote is going to go down. And then number 5, the last one of this particular series, says let's find the equation of the hyperbola with these certain characteristics. But notice, if they both go through here, then I happen to know that it's some kind of a hyperbola with a center of -1, 3. Now, what I don't exactly know from this alone is, does the hyperbola open up and down or left and right? I'm not sure which one it would be. But right here, I gave you some vertices. There's vertices at -1, 7 and -1, -1. So if -1, 7 is here and -1, -1 is right here, that's clearly lined up and down. So the hyperbola has to go in this way, which is going to put the y first. So I've got y -3 squared. I've got x + 1 squared equals 1. Remember, it's a hyperbola, which is why there's a minus in the middle. And since I know the vertex is right here in the middle, then when I went from here to here, I went up exactly 4 units, which is going to give me 16. So I'm getting pretty close. I just need to figure this one out. Now, what I know is on this little idea, it appears that I rose 4, but I'm not sure what my run is going to be. But if I look at this, it says my rise was 2 and my run was 3, which seems to indicate that b should be 6 in order to have those fractions be equivalent, which is going to lead me to the number 36. And so this should have the y -3, it should have the x + 1. It's going to move up and down 4 units, which it did to get the y value, and then it has the appropriate rise of 4 and a run of 6, which reduces down to 2/3, and that polishes up problems 3, 4, and 5. And so I think the next one will just be a little series about graphing. So that'll be it for now.